careful. You might learn something.
Let's go.
You are now tuned in to the Factual Opinions Podcast with your hosts. I am Pharaoh. Straight facts.
What's up, world? This is Factual Opinions Podcast, Season 6, Episode 7. We're calling it The Portal for a couple different reasons. I know me and Big John sometimes wish the portal existed in real life, man. We might hop in that transfer portal.
I still got eligibility.
I still think about it.
I got eligibility still. Well, it's your host, I am Pharaoh, checking in with the Brown Bruce Wayne, Big John.
Yes, sir.
Will West, the best Nate.
You know it.
And he already knows this, but we're going to do the intro again. Absolutely one of my favorite Bearcats of all time. He's been on the show before. If you don't know who he is, I'm going to give you a quick intro. The 1999 Mr. Basketball in the state of New York, who signed on to play for the University of Cincinnati Bearcats, my fellow UC alum, 4-year letterman, UC legend, the great Leonard Stokes in the house today.
Appreciate it, fellas. Appreciate it. How y'all doing, man?
Good.
Doing great, man. Happy to have you back on the show.
Good pleasure, man. Appreciate the invite as always, man.
So we talked about it a little bit off the air. So the big topic of today was not actually one of the more entertaining games this year in the NBA, because I'm like you, I haven't watched a lot of NBA this year. But the big talk now is, oh, well, should LaMelo Ball have even been out there? Should he have been ejected? And I'm looking at the play. I know everybody saw it. And is it me, or is I like, man, are we?
Yeah. I don't know what big guy falling off of that little slight ankle tap.
Are we in a new era? Because I didn't see where he's supposed to be kicked out of the game and all of this.
I mean, he did pull him. He pulled his.
Nah, man. You think, man? Listen, man.
The way he fell, Lenny, was crazy.
No,
like he fell on his tailbone.
No. What I'm saying is, if I'm standing there and you pull my leg, I'm sturdy. You gonna have to yank me. Like, he just touched his leg and he fell. He flopping. He playing. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen that play over and over in my career a lot, where somebody fall and they pulling. You more like, get off of me. You ain't falling down with him unless it's like he already on the ground and he grabbed his leg like this. It wasn't like it was a. It was just he fell.
I got to look at it again. It looked like he pulled. So,
but how? Listen,
I watched it this morning. I'm like, I don't know. He might have pulled his ass for real.
All right, so give me. Let's do this though. Is this physics, right? Is this physics?
Mm-hmm. All right.
How big is Bam Adebayo?
About 6'10".
6'9", 6'10", yeah. About 220, 230, 240.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a little bit over 240. LaMelo is how big? How big is LaMelo?
He about 215.
LaMelo could barely do a pull up for himself to pull himself up. So you think he pulling his leg, man, to make him fall on the ground, man?
I mean, but momentum, like you said, physics. The momentum was he was already falling. He was already in the process of falling, but him taking him that slight pull might have took his mode, made it even worse.
Nate playing.
You think Kevin Garnett would have felt like that?
Hell no, he'd have punched him.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Kenyon ain't falling like that. The KG ain't falling like that, man. Buddy. I mean, that's the times we living in, man.
Brother Lenny's old school though, so we talk about a cat that had to endure those Bob Huggins practices, bringing football players in.
Yeah, you ain't falling
to the rim. Oh, and he played in the summers with Lamar Odom and played with Alimo. You know,
back at home. Yeah, Odom. My high school coach is Lamar Odom, Godfather, actually. So the first time, that's when I knew I had to like get really good at basketball, man. Because I watched Lamar come to Buffalo and like just really go crazy at our gym, and I said, man, I really got to get better. So that's what. And he always helped. Lamar was always helpful, man. But he was probably one of the best high school players I've seen him. A lot of controversy. Another guy, Tim Thomas was really good. Just from a standpoint of like just sheer players around that New York area. Elton Brand, like them the guys that were on, like Elton and Lamar were on our AAU team, the older team when we were younger. Me and Lionel were on the younger team. But I mean, you had them guys, man, were I mean, they were talented, man.
Yeah. So speaking of, I do want to give a shout out to LaMelo though, because it was a good game. He scored 30, dropped 10 assists. Actually, and can't believe this because he's only been in the league for a short amount of time. At least it seems like it. He moved into second place all time in Charlotte Hornets history and 3-pointers behind Dale Curry, the father of
Curry,
Curry. You know, so they move on to play the winner of Orlando and Philly, I believe, for that 8th and final.
Yeah, Embiid is out. Embiid is out tonight. He's not playing tonight. He got appendicitis.
Go ahead and say it, Big John.
I'm probably going to agree with Big John. Go ahead, John.
I love Embiid. It's time for him to wrap it up, man.
Yeah, I told him. I said that earlier.
It's not just him. I feel like it's him and AD. They got to wrap it up. But
Rudy Gobert, another one. I talked to Flight today. I talked to James today. We exchanged a couple of texts. I said, man, James over there. I said, man, that guy's a much better, guy. Y'all much better team with him on the floor. If he would lock in, it's like he's not locked in anymore. But I don't know if that's just him getting older. But I mean, before he would block shots, he would defend, he would rebound. It's just
I don't think he can move.
Might be it, man. It looked like he checked out at this point in time. No, he need to be out back, man. We need to take him out back. Single file line, man. Them 3 names, man. Take him out back, man.
Single file.
I honestly think he can't move, and he's coming to the realization about it, because just based off of because he had a spurt where he was going from 26, 27, 35, 42, but after that he went right back on the shelf.
Who's that?
Embiid.
Yeah. I think Embiid definitely injuries. I was talking about more about Gobert.
I think he was waiting on that 10-year mark because he's dealing with that illness. What does he have? It's a bone deteriorating disease.
He's always been able to put the ball in the basket, man. But
yeah, that ain't never been a problem.
When available, you always hurt, down bad, had needing surgery, out for the season. Like, what are you not helping?
No, he got it's either an autoimmune disease or he got a bone deteriorating disease, one of the two. But he been dealing with that too. So
a lot of those big guys, man, the wear and tear gets to them a little bit earlier. But we talked about it off the record too. It's the fact of how basketball is played, how they're not, conditioning themselves to take the bumps and bruises that come with it. I mean, yeah, you look good in the gym and all the modern advancements as far as getting your stamina, up. But there's a physical element to it that you have to prepare for too. We talk about it in football a lot, too. Bigger, stronger, faster doesn't always mean more durable, either.
Yeah, especially I like how because I mean, you look at, and you're right, bro. You look at guys like, before, you get Yao Ming, who was a hell of a talent, who just, his body failed him. He couldn't keep up. Even guys, Kenya had microfracture surgery. He came back. He was one of the only ones that came back. T-Mac, that kind of took T-Mac's career out. But I mean, you look at guys now, Giannis.
Penny as well.
Yeah, Penny as well. You look at Giannis now. Giannis is a physical specimen who kind of, grew into what he needed to be. I think Wemby's going to be the same. I think Wemby's figured out his formula. He's starting to get his stride.
He works with the same guy. Giannis helped.
Yeah. I mean, that was a smart move, though. That was a smart move. It was a smart move. Yeah,
helping him develop muscle and getting his muscle mass up and getting his physique together.
Yeah, you look at
totally different and everything.
For sure, you look at these guys now, man. I watched that special on Netflix, man, where we were just talking about guys taking care of their bodies and what they do. It was Giannis, it was LeBron, it was Myles Garrett. You know what I mean? Like a football player. I mean, it was guys, man, who just
that $1 million investment worth it.
It is, man.
Need to. So before we move on to what we know everybody wants to talk to Brother Lenny about the insights that he can provide and the lead up to our alma mater hiring Jerrod Calhoun as the next basketball coach for the men's basketball program. We're going to give a little love to the NBA and just kind of dissect to give everybody's predictions. Now that the playoffs are here, basically, and we're waiting for the last play-in spots to shake out, do we have any predictions? See, I
knew it. I knew it, man.
Knew he was going to put.
I knew what he was going to do, man.
I had to counter and be ready for.
We'll see you in a minute, Al. Don't worry about it. We'll see you in a minute.
Yeah, well. You know what happened last year.
Y'all just get out this first round against Atlanta.
Yeah, well, we'll take care.
Just get out this first round with Atlanta, because you know how y'all get down. Sometimes
Hey,
y'all had all the expectations last year, and then y'all turn around and poop on yourself when it get down to the gritty.
but
I
there's
just
no
want y'all
doubt.
to get past
Hey,
Atlanta, because
there's
everybody
no
think
doubt.
Atlanta gonna beat y'all.
Okay, that's what they think, but there's no Trae Young out there, like
Man, they didn't brought Jonathan Kuminga in playing good, and
that's
Jalen Johnson playing good.
Jalen Johnson gonna be good. I like that kid. I
Yeah,
like
he,
that.
he gonna be the problem for y'all, because
so
OG ain't guarding him.
no,
I'm going OKC. I'm going OKC to repeat.
he's going OKC to repeat. I want to take a look at the Eastern Conference though, because I feel like that's jam packed this year.
It is.
Yeah. Cleveland
It has,
made some.
it,
Yeah.
that East has swung to the power side now.
Yeah.
And
Boston down. You know what I mean? They just now getting Tatum back. You know what I mean? They need a little bit more. They need a little bit more time to
I don't like how
they
you
act together.
talking to me, Vinny. I don't even like how you talking right now.
I
We're
th-
supposed
I,
to be
I like
brothers. Come
I
on,
like
man.
Cleveland.
I don't like how you talking to me.
I like Cleveland been playing well in the East though.
what
I,
about the
I
number
just
one
think
seed though,
I think
man?
it's still it ain't gonna be Cleveland. I
I
just
think
think it's
Cleveland purpose still.
I do too.
What nobody's giving love to the number one seed though.
Because they're young.
Man.
Man. I don't. It took
I love the toughness they have. I
SGA and them a
love the
couple years.
toughness. I see him
But
in
it's
I
gonna
see him in
take
the
these
Eastern
first
Conference
couple years.
Finals.
It's
I
gonna
don't know
take
that Detroit, who I'm speaking of, their whole mindset this year was beating New York. Now I will say
Yeah, they focus
they
on
gave
that
it
too.
to us. The regular season is a different animal, but they were focused on beating New York this year. They made that very apparent.
Yeah, they sticking to it. They want y'all again. That's what they saying. They want to
That's,
prove a point to y'all.
I love.
I like Cade, but I don't know if he's proven. I think he got to get there once and then and make a deep run. Because I think a lot. I mean, your career is made in the playoffs, right? I mean, if you really killer, I think that's where you're gonna make your name.
That's a fact.
Yeah, so I'm still waiting to see him get to that stage where he gonna perform now.
And out west, I do think it's OKC's to lose. I don't.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But San Antonio is playing some good ball. I started to watch them as they ran on their run towards the end of the season. They've only lost like 2 games the latter quarter of the season.
Yeah, I think they're a year away from really being who they need to be too. Though. I think that's going to be the thing with them. I think they'll get to the playoffs. You know what I mean? They'll push, but I think that'll inspire them next year to do. They'll be a year older, wiser, better. So I think next year, I think they're going to be a big problem next year. I think San Antonio.
Yeah, it's going to be Wemby's league real soon.
Yeah, real soon for sure. I agree with that.
As long as he stays healthy.
Yeah, he's a generational
Creative
freak.
player.
So
Creative player.
yeah, for sure. He's definitely a 2K player.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the one you make him do everything. He can do everything.
Do everything.
Dribble,
Everything.
shoot, dunk, everything.
It's that a little kid made him know because he's 7'8".
Yeah, exactly.
A 7'8" Kevin Durant mold type player.
And you remember how it used to be on when you played 2K, you made the player that was bigger than everybody on the court.
Yeah, that's him.
And then he did everything. He just don't even look normal on the court. That's what he is.
Real.
Yeah, that's what he is.
So transitioning to one of the few passions that I still have on this planet, University of Cincinnati basketball. I talked to a lot of OGs and legends and you guys that actually did it off the record, and finally a decision was made. The university made a decision to make a change at the head coaching spot and hired Jerrod Calhoun, former UC alum himself and grad assistant. Was he there when you were there your last year?
No, he wasn't. He actually was there the next year. But we all will come back for the summers and work out and everything during the summertime. So Jerrod was there. So I've known Jerrod 20 plus years.
Okay. I was extremely pleased with the move. I saw his upward trajectory and what he did, starting at the D2 level, moving on to Youngstown State, and Utah State and has increased his win total every place where he's went. Does have some of those old school vibes, but the ability to relate to the youth today. I'm excited. Nick Van Exel signed off on it. I think for a lot of Bearcats fans, it did their heart really good to see your coach, the greatest coach of all time in school history, there supporting him too, and not just supporting him, actually wearing Bearcat gear. That did something for my heart.
Yeah.
And he had didn't he have an Ohio against the world or something on?
He did.
Ohio against the world. Yeah, I think it's I think it was,
shout out to Floyd.
Long time coming, man. I mean, I talked to coaches. I talked to coach over the summer, because I would always congratulate him on what he's built at Utah State. Talked to him in November, kept in touch with him through process a little bit, but he's a good dude, man. I think he's getting it done. He's implementing some things that'll bring the culture back, I think, to the program, and I think that's where it starts. I mean, he's implementing things like we all got to send a video in before every game. We got to send text messages or tweets in. They read all that stuff and play the videos before the games. I mean, he's going to get it back to where the culture, because I think that's accountability, right? I mean, these young kids, will see and understand who we all are, and understand the legacy and the tradition. No matter if you're here for a year, or if you're here for 3 years or 4 years, right? I mean, you got to understand where you're at, and I think he's going to make sure that happens, because he's won at every level, and I think that's the difference between him and I think Wes. Wes was great, love Wes, but I think he may have skipped a few steps, and it's not his fault. I mean, he had a very successful coaching tenure at UNC Greensboro, and then he jumped to the AAC, and then he was pushed right into the Big 12, right? So, I mean, that's tough if you haven't been through any adversity and been through that. I think Jerrod's been through adversity. Jerrod's been through some ups and some downs. Gritty guy, Ohio guy. I mean, I think he's got the pedigree and the bones, the charisma, and to make things happen, man. I'm pretty pleased with what he's building thus far with the portal. He's gotten in some really, really good guys, some big guys. You need that in the conference that we're in. Coaching staff is great. Manny, Drew, the rest of those guys are all good, man. So even walking in the building as a former player, those coaches all know who we are, which means a lot, because you walk in and they all light up. And, it's all, hey, I coached against, I was at Cleveland State while you were at Cincy. We played against you guys. I watched your career, follows your career. So, I mean, all that stuff really matters. And I think, he's done a good job of building out his team. And I think now you just got to let him cook, right? You got to let him, put things together. Like he said a couple of weeks ago, this next 40 days is going to be a big 40 days for us. We're moving forward for next season with the Bearcats.
Yeah, so I did my research on him as his name started to surface, even before things started to become official. I mean, I knew of, Coach and the success that he was having at Utah State, but just his background here. And he said a few things once he actually did accept the job that had me sold. Of course, he was talking about the visible OGs that are there on a regular basis, like, Corey and T-Nail, who we've had on here before also. But see, I knew Brother Lenny was in the in crowd, but I think that solidified when he said, yeah. And I talked to Stokes, and I was like, uh-oh. I was like,
we text a lot, man. We text a lot. There's a lot of stuff I got to keep taboo about him, but that's my guy, man. I'm glad he's here. I'm glad that I'm glad that John and the university saw and recognized that he's a winner, man. He's been, it's not easy to win at Utah State, especially in this NIL deals. I mean, I don't think there's a world where I was leaving as Mr. Basketball to go to Utah State. I'll tell you that right now. So, I mean, for him to be out there, to be there winning, and then the environment that he created out there. I mean, you watch those games, man. That building was rocking and rolling, man.
Yeah,
they was ranked towards the end of the season too.
They was ranked halfway through. They fell for a little bit, then they got back on, man. But I mean, that those games, man, that arena was big, and I think that's where we need to get. We got to get our culture and our program back to that.
Well, and that's exactly what you kind of tipped me and Nate off too. But I mean, the general public kind of expected this too, so I don't think this could be considered taboo necessarily. But anytime you have a transition like this and a new coach coming in, most of the guys on the existing roster are going to go. You know, Dan already talked about that also on Corey and T-Nail's podcast, and we saw that with Jizzle James, Sean Abayev, Tillery, pretty much everybody on that old roster exiting. And that's fine. The new vision has started to take effect a little bit. I saw the kid Tyler Tejada transfer in from Towson.
Towson. Yeah.
Did average 17.7 points a game last year, 6'8" guard.
Yeah.
Getting back to having some size, out there again. And also my guy,
the point guard. Yeah, we got the point guard coming from Wake Forest up. And we got the other big guy from George Mason.
Oh, the big fella from he coming too?
Yeah, I think he was one of the guys.
Yeah, Riley Allen spot. Yep.
Yeah, 6'10". 6'10". Yeah.
Some size. That's big. That's big time. Especially we that was something we had size, but it just wasn't transitioning. It wasn't.
Right.
I'm not gonna speak on it, but I felt a way about how he coached, and I told Lenny off record about how I felt, but it's a different culture now.
And Miles,
you're actually gonna be where you need to be when you need to be there in order to make a play. It's just not. You can't just have 5 guys out there that are talented and throw them the ball, man. It's got to be some structure. For some people, got to know who the alpha is, who the guy is.
Yeah,
who's gonna take the shots, and then you got to have your second tier, third tier guys.
And Miles Colvin was the name of the guard from Wake Forest.
Wake Forest, yeah.
Average 11, basically 11 and a half for them last year. So I'm looking forward to it shaking out and getting back to the culture that you referenced and what we all grew up specifically here watching. Mm-hmm. I kept saying it in every episode. I would always say it. I'm like, to know where you're going, you got to know where you've been.
1,000%.
And this is a guy who gets it because he lived it, he breathed it. As a GA assistant, under Hugs, knows specifically hit on the importance of that rivalry against that team from Norwood. Miles across town.
Without a doubt, man. They did him no favors at that parade too. By the way, at the Jerrod was at the parade for opening day. And the guys from over there, man, from across town, man, their fan base spared him. No, they welcomed him really quickly.
Yeah.
I know the love is not lost on either side. I remember you telling me about how they greeted you in the 2017 tournament when we all thought that we were moving on to the Sweet 16 when we were up 22 against Nevada. And the great Leonard Stokes walks in and Xavier had the nerve to boo.
They booed. They called me everything but a child of God over there, man. But I mean, it was because we had to, after we lost, I was sitting behind the bench. So after we lost, our team went through the tunnel. I had to go back up the stairs, man. When I walked up the stairs, it was their section was there because they were playing Florida State, and I said, man, they gave me the blues, man. But after that, I was the biggest Florida State fan. I was doing the tomahawk chop, everything. You would have thought I scored some points on Florida State, man. How I was, and Florida State wound up winning, so I was happy.
Yeah, so it's cool that
was that the year Scotty Barnes was there.
Man, listen, the one thing I tell you, when I knew college basketball was changing a little bit, when we walked off the floor, our UC guys went through the tunnel. Gary Clark, all of that team, all those guys. Jacob Evans.
They won Conference USA tournament, wasn't it? That was the last year, wasn't it?
Listen.
That was AAC.
AAC.
My bad.
Yeah, so they as they're going in, I'm walking past so I can get to the stairs because I didn't want to go in the locker room because we lost. So I was going up the stairs, man. That Florida State team walked past me. I swear everybody on that team had to be 6'8" or better because they would. I'm 6'6". They were all looking up at them like, man, that team was
huge.
Yeah, I said,
but
man,
you got to remember that following draft, they had 3 out of the top 10 guys.
Yeah.
That was Leonard Hamilton still.
Yeah, Leonard Hamilton. Yep. El Ham, man. Yeah.
Yeah, they had some dogs on that team. I think is it Vasil? He's down there in San Antonio.
San Antonio, yeah. They had
Vasil, Atlanta's big guy. Oh, the African, whatever his name is, and it was Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, they had a good team. They definitely had a good team that year, man. But I think Jerrod, I think he knows the lay of the land, man. I don't think it's gonna be any culture shock for him to take the helm, right? I think he knows what's going on. He knows what time it is, and he's just building, man. That's the one thing I talk to him. I text him all the time. I'm just like, man, if you need something, just ping me. Let me know what you need. You know what I mean, I'm not gonna bother you. I'll start to reach out a little bit more as the summertime comes. But I know he's trying to get in his portal, build his roster up, and do what he needs to do. I know we got a couple visits from some kids coming up. So I mean, that's he's doing him and the staff. They're doing their part, man.
Now, depending on how this roster shakes out, I just want to know because I'm an analyst, but I'm a fan when it comes to UC basketball, so I can't always remove my heart from the equation. But depending on how this roster build goes, is it unrealistic to say that Mr. Calhoun might be able to put together an NCAA tournament team in year one?
I think he'll do it because, to be honest, we'll have to see what with West leaving. We'll have to see what the schedule looks like for non-conference to see who signs up, who stays on, or who doesn't. But I mean,
I know NKU staying on there.
Yeah, man. So I mean, hopefully that's that can be what it always used to be, which was a win. But yeah. I mean, you got if we can go 500 in the Big 12 and win the games we're supposed to win non-conference, we should make the tournament every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was down there at NKU when a few years back we took
the L. I couldn't believe that.
And it was just shocking, even me sitting there watching it. I like my brain wasn't computing because, like you said, Brother Lenny, like that's the automatic.
That's a JV team. That's a JV team.
From what we were watching, that was a warm up, man. Sure. Y'all might in your day, y'all might have played them in exhibition before the season.
Sure. Yeah, it was usually an exhibition.
It was exhibition before. It was. Yeah, but I mean, you can't lose. I mean, the Eastern Michigan game, those are the games you got to win because you're fighting for too much on the back end. We're fighting for and the guys rallied last year. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, it's too late, too little, too late. You know what I mean? You got to win those early games so you don't have to press so hard at the back.
Mike Pilgrim,
good old Mikey, man, man. Mike putting it together. Mike putting it together, man. On his side too, man. Mike been doing his thing, man.
He got some things going on. I ain't gonna talk too much.
He built the program there at Wentwoods right now.
Yeah, he definitely for sure, man. Coach of the year, coach. He do it. You know what I mean? Couple of those, man. He doing his thing, man. Good to see Mike though, man. I knew Mike, man, when he was a young pup, man, young whippersnapper, man, at UC, man. That's my guy, man. He always been the same, though. Don't ever change, man. Good dude, man. Solid dude right there.
Yes, sir.
He still get on my nerves, but it's okay.
Hey, that's always been big, bro. Like his parents still live around the corner from me.
Yeah, my good dude, man. Solid dude, man. Number of respect.
I'll never forget Midnight Madness. He did that damn dunk. I'll never forget that. I'm like, oh my God.
You got to perform, man. He had to. He from hometown. He out there. He got to show out.
He did the reverse from behind the backboard. Like, oh my gosh, what is that?
Bro, that was one of my proudest moments, like seeing somebody that I grew up with, because obviously we all looked up to, y'all that played, at UC, but to have a local guy, and there was a few other guys, BJ.
And his brother too. I went to see Mike. I went to see Matt at Kentucky when he was down there.
Yeah, but I mean to actually play for UC, like Eugene Bland was another local kid that wound up playing, on the team.
BJ was my roommate. My freshman year, BJ Groves was my roommate, man. BJ, my brother. I just talked to BJ a couple of days ago, man. I talked to Gene my birthday was Thursday last week, so Gene hit me up, happy birthday. You know what I mean? I talked to Gene. D Flint, talked to D Flint a couple weeks back. So everybody's still locked and loaded for the most part, man. We know how to get in touch with each other when we need to, man. Everybody's solid. Yeah.
It's gonna get back to where it's supposed to be, and that's what's gonna be fun for especially us, fans or alumni, because it's not the same without UC basketball. Like
It's not the city, not the same, man. Like I tell people this all the time, man. Even like to go watch the NCAA tournament and UC not playing, the city is dead. Even when granted, we may not even have a team to win the national championship or anything, but as long as we playing, man, people are going out having a good time, supporting the local businesses, man, and that's that's what it.
But see,
that's what it's about.
They know, like us, especially as fans, and like all of us, Big John, Nate, we can speak on this. Man, we were so in love with UC, man. We thought y'all had a shot every year.
For sure.
and going to the Final Four. So it don't matter what the outsiders said. Like we just thought the talent that y'all had here and the teams that we grew up watching, like there was a realistic shot. And to a certain extent, there was, because when Huz got this thing going, man, there was a run for a while, and we just had some unfortunate breaks in the NCAA tournament.
1,000%.
Gerard West hitting the shot from half court with West Virginia, doing away with a very talented team. Ruben was a senior, on that team with helicopter and stuff. And we talked about it before. We only had to go to your freshman year, man. Like,
I want to start crying right now, man.
Yeah, man. We ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna do it.
Even after that, my junior year, we was number one that year. We lost to UCLA, and then you come back 2 years later. You got Flight, E. Hicks, Max Seal, that crew. They lost to Kentucky, in Lexington, man. So it was some good teams.
Don't skip over that, because you played on two teams ranked number one while you were here, and one of the greatest. And I know it probably don't mean much to you because it came in a loss, but one of the greatest individual performances in school history in the tournament when you dropped 39 against UCLA. And what they had, at least three guys that went to the league that I know of: Jason Tono, Matt Barnes, and Gazurek.
I talked to Matt maybe 4 or 5 months ago over the DMs. We was talking, and then Josiah, who does the podcast with Kenyon and Gilbert and them, he was on that team.
Oh wow!
So they talk about that on the show. He said he was like, man, so gave us the blues. So we, all those guys are all those guys are good dudes, man, good people, man. We just were out there competing, though, man. Just out there competing, man.
And I love K-Mart, man. Every now and then he'll respond to my DMs or thank me for a post that I, make about it. But what's funny about Ken is he's one of them cats that I can never tell whether he's serious or not, but then you can tell in a heartbeat when he is. When they start off in those conversations in the pocket, you tell when Ken's pissed off. When
they piss him off quite often. I think they do it on purpose, to be honest.
I do too, and I think that a lot of them dudes is younger, man. He really old school, so he looking.
I'm about to say he OG to them.
Yeah, so that Nick Young thing, what working out, boy. I said, y'all know who y'all messing with out here. When he say straight jacket crazy, he say that for a reason.
Yeah, they know it's good entertainment. They gonna poke the bear, but ain't nobody gonna get out of bounds now.
No, they gonna know better. They gonna stay. Yeah. They gonna know their limit, and they gonna know their restrictions.
1,000%, man. Now Kenyon is I'll tell you who love Ruben to death. Ruben will come back every year. When we were there for the summer, he'd take care of us, man. Love Rube. Then Kenyon,
I'm trying to get him come for homecoming this year. I'm gonna try.
Man, he'll be there.
What Mike said. He said, "Then he get on the UC staff."
Yeah, they but you got Ruben took care of us, man. You got, T-Nail always been great. Corey. Kurt Bostic, then Kenyon will come back. It's just you look at just the pedigree, man. I'll tell you a quick story, man. So I'm in the D League. I'm playing in the D League. So Kenyon has a sneaker contest.
Explain it and what the D League is, because
what's the G League? It's the G League now. It's the G League now, but it was more trenches back then. So it was like the league for the under the NBA. So I'm playing on our team now. Our team's stacked. It's me, Brandon Knight from Pitt, Ron Slade from Tennessee. We won the championship back to back down there. But so I'm like, man, so I'm calling Kenyon. I'm like, yo, can you get the shoe deal with Jay? So I'm in Denver that summer. Kenyon flies, leaves, goes to meet with Jay-Z, Dame Dash, and everybody. So he gets a contract. So I hit him during the season. I'm like, yo, bro. I'm like, you can you send me a few pair of man? I was getting boxes of S. Carter Reebok stuff, man. So that's what I played in. Like in the I played in the S. Carter, man. So season over
Those
with.
shoes were terrible. I just want to be honest with you.
Man,
I mean,
they look good. Though.
They were from big home,
They
they
look
was free, but they was terrible.
yeah, exactly, man. And they look good, man. So look, so we the season over, we win the championship. So I called Kenyon. I'm like, yo, he like, yo, just fly out to Denver. Come out. We in the playoffs. So I'm like, cool. So I shipped my stuff back to Buffalo. Truck everything back to Buffalo. All my stuff in there. So I ship it back. So I fly straight to Denver. I get to Denver. I'm supposed to be in Denver. They was going to LA to play the Clippers in the playoffs.
Wow.
So he made you fly to Denver for nothing.
No. That's my brother. He ain't listen. I knew what type of time. I'm like, he gonna be gone. I'm cool. I'm staying at the house. Kenyon,
okay.
listen, I'm not flying out there to stay in the hotel. I'm with him. Like I'm at the house. That is my real to life. That's my brother, right? So look, all of that happened. So when I get out there, he called me. I'm like, bro, what's going on here? That was the year he got suspended from the playoffs.
Oh, that's
we
right.
watching the whole playoffs at his house like this. That was the year he got suspended from the playoffs, man. So that I didn't.
He had too many technicals. Was that?
That was the year him and George Karl got into it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, the story that he tell about when they suspended him when that was that game and he
tried to push down on him. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So they suspended him for the rest of the playoffs. So we at the house watching the games like this. Damn, man, you know what I mean? So it just DeMar DJ was on that team. You know what I mean? So it was, bro, like we got so many memories, man. This is like all as brothers, man, of just from 18 years old to now that we done all been around each other. Everybody, we know each other's mom, we know each other's kids. Like it's just love. I'm with I go out to LA, Kenyon, even with KJ. KJ's coming up. You go to his games.
Where's he at now? Where is he?
I don't know where KJ is.
I think he is he G League? No, he didn't go back to G League.
No, he didn't.
He was on the roster.
Yeah, he definitely was. Because I know he was in Houston and he went to Detroit. That was the last. I got
Detroit.
Philly too.
He was in Philly for a while too.
He was in Philly for a second.
He was in
Philly. They shipped him out.
Yeah,
I think he might be still with Detroit. I know he did get hurt this year.
That photo.
I know that for a fact.
That photo is wild. That Ruben always shares. Shout out, brother Ruben, man, because I talked to him too. We got to get him on here. That's definitely one of my favorite Bearcats that I have not had on here yet.
Ruben crazy. That's my dog. Every time I see him,
that photo of him, Kmart, and DeMar out there at Denver, all at the same time.
Yeah.
Look at them three Bearcats, man.
Man, we was all out there at one point, man. We was all out there in the summers, working out, pushing down, man. It was me, Sat, DJ, Rube, Kenyon. Was it anybody? Man, we was all out there just in the summer.
Nuggets at one point.
Yeah, and then Nick was out there. Danny spent time out there forcing. So it was everybody was, what I mean? But it's Rube a good dude.
Went to Denver too. I know he's older, but he went. I thought he went to Denver for a hot second.
I think everybody went through Denver for a little bit, but yeah, Rube always been the same, man. Rube,
he has never changed.
The party king, man. He would throw the party.
That was just getting ready to say.
Listen, man. I met Lisa Ray at one of Rube. I met Lisa Ray at one of Rube parties, man.
Really?
In the flats. He said to me, he said, "Yo, I got a party in Cleveland. You better be there." I'm like a junior, I think, sophomore, junior. I said, "All right." I pushed down, man. Low Steve from there, so I pushed down, man. I said, man, everybody was in there. Gary Payton, Lisa Ray. Man, it was some of everybody in that party.
Rube said the last time I seen it, because he came down for the Cleveland and the Bengals game. I seen him at tailgate. I said, "Hey, Rube, you still talk to GP?" He said, "Yeah, I still talk to him. I talk to him crazy because he think he better than me." I was like, oh my god. I said, "It's still a rivalry."
Rube got to chill out.
Rube, good dude though, man. Rube solid. He always been solid. Though. I ain't got
very genuine.
Very genuine. Very big heart. Big heart too, man. Big heart on that guy.
Yeah, definitely big heart. Big heart.
The
Kobe stopper. He needed to stop with that though, man.
He should have stopped.
Even his coach said, even Hug said, he's like, yeah, that didn't work out too well.
That didn't work out at all.
Kobe said that. Kobe said, man, if you needed to get a bigger contract, you should have told me. I would have called the team and told him, man, he's a good guy, man, give me some money. But Kobe stop her crazy.
And he played with Kobe.
Yeah. Rube solid though. I mean, you don't get many. There's not many of us that didn't walk through them doors, man. That's not though. Danny solid. Every time I see Danny out, I talked to Danny a couple weeks ago.
It's how he disappeared off the face of earth. How is he? Is he good?
I mean, his personality always been like that though. He mind his business, man.
He stay out of the way.
He stay out of the way, but he's solid. You know what I mean? Nick is solid. I mean, everybody. I mean, for the most part, man, everybody.
You think we can pull it up for homecoming this year?
No, man, all them dudes coaching and stuff, man. Like even DJ at TSU, big congrats to them. They had a major season this year.
Yeah, they had a major season. That was a big accomplishment.
So, yeah, big accomplishment.
I didn't think they was gonna make the tournament.
Man,
they started there
and won the conference tournament.
Now, knock on wood. Like crazy happened, had to take care of Mom Deuce, last year. Like I will be back at UC home.
Well, I'm getting a tent this year, so I ain't playing no games this year. I'm trying to think. Most of the guys.
Most of the guys coaching though, but I mean, you never know. I know, Jerrod may pull something off, to have a lot of guys back with their family stuff like that. So I mean, we're figuring it out, man. Like I said,
he usually comes back. Donald Little usually comes.
Yeah, I talked to D a couple weeks ago. D actually left me tickets for the my boy is Cardi B's manager, one of the football guys that I know, Rob, his one of his best friends. So he left me tickets, and then D called me like, yo, you need tickets? So D Little left me some tickets too, man. So shout out to D Little, man. D Little, again, everybody's solid, man. We got a solid group.
I ain't go. I gotta be quiet. Yeah, I'll go to a Cardi. I would go see Cardi.
Here you go, whispering.
That boy whisper song, man. I didn't actually go though.
I figured you did.
Nah, yeah. So
and don't blame me neither, Nate. You said that on your own.
Don't worry about it. You ain't gotta worry about it.
Speaking of football, though, brother Lenny, I need to know because I don't think I pressed down on you last time. Pause. Where your football loyalties lie at.
So everybody will tell you this. I'm 1A, 1B. So I'm Bills. I'm Bills Mafia, and then I'm Bengals. If the Bills play the Bengals, I am Buffalo Bomb. And they stripped me and took all my listen, man. They took all my gear off me a couple years back, man. When the Bills played the Bengals, man, and I walked in Holy Grail with my Buffalo. So they said, "Yo, they said they gotta leave." They said they gotta leave here. You gotta stay here. I said,
yeah, they don't like seeing they Bearcat legends don another colors, man.
No, but if it ain't that though, I'm Bengals, man. I got to know a lot of those guys too, man. Got T Higgins. I got a lot of respect for T, man. T's a good person, man. I've been around Joe a couple times, been around Jamar a couple times, and then a lot of the defensive guys. Actually, I've got a relationship still with DJ Reader, his team. Even though he moved on, he was in Detroit last year. I think he's still trying to find
come back home. We praying he come back home.
Yeah, I just talked to his team probably like a week ago. He was in Baltimore, but he's still trying to figure out. I guess he's going to re-sign after the draft. But a lot of them dudes are good dudes, though, man. Drake Kirkpatrick, Dre always been my brother.
I want to hear that. God damn, man.
Hey, man. Who your team?
I'm a Bengals fan. I want him to come back home.
Oh yeah, DJ. No, I mean, hopefully. I mean, DJ, good dude. He's a good human being, though. He's a good person too. Though.
Oh yeah. No, I know that for a fact. He helped out one of my kids with. He was a bigger kid, so he needed like some equipment for something, and DJ Reader brought him some stuff. So I know good people. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, great people. Him and his whole team, great.
So what we'll do is shift a little bit to the football because I know you up on that. Also, we all had our wish list as far as the guys that we wanted to still be available for the Bengals at 10. I'm not sure where Buffalo, picks this year, but you all
after us.
Y'all gotta listen. Bengals got to get the cornerback from LSU, man.
Everybody is trending towards Mansour Delane, being the pick because I think the other three guys that we mentioned are all going to be gone. I don't think that Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, or I mean, Ruben Bain might be there, but I don't know if the Bengals are going to pull the trigger because they're one of them that are also concerned about arm length and defensive ends, having certain measurements. And I know, Big John, listen, production is production. And we said that the eye in the sky don't lie because you can get caught up in other measurements like not throwing him under the bus, but Shamar Stewart, had all the measurements in the, underwear.
Oh, they compared Shamar Stewart to Garrett. They said he got the measurables of Myles Garrett. He don't play like Myles Garrett. It's the difference.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, some people got it, man. You gotta look for that motor, man, on people, man.
But even the coach of Notre Dame, who Notre Dame doesn't like Miami, even he said, if you want to know how good Ruben Bain plays, watch the film. He said,
they saying Washington. They saying Washington's going to take. They saying Washington going to take Tate. Dallas is probably going to take Styles. Caleb Down is probably going to New York.
I saw the mock draft where they had
Mel Kiper's.
Yeah, Tate going to Washington. What's crazy and what's probably going to happen because you know how the business works out. Tate going to Washington is probably going to lead to Scary Terry's exit from Washington. Yeah,
what's going to be interesting to see is our former Bearcat guys with Sauce and with his injury, how he recovers, and then Kobe. I talk to Kobe and his brothers and the rest of those guys all the time.
Didn't he go to Minnesota?
No, Kobe went to Chicago. Chicago.
My bad.
Chicago.
My bad. I said the wrong thing.
Chicago.
It was right there in that Midwest. That's all I was thinking about.
Yeah, he signed with Chicago, man. So I think that'll be good. I told him I'm gonna come up to a game, but that's definitely gonna be sometime in September because I'm not planning on sitting outside.
You better not do it in December or November. It's
no way possible.
Well, we had another Bearcat sign locally come back home, and Brian Cook at safety. Which is another indication, at least to me, that maybe the Bengals either weren't leaning towards Caleb Downs or thought that he probably wouldn't be there because that's still a popular pick in a lot of the mock drafts too. A plug and play guy like Caleb Downs and a leader in that back end. I've said it before with the teams in the AFC North. I know it was a different time, but both teams that won recent Super Bowls, talking about the Ravens and the Steelers, had Hall of Fame safeties back there.
You watching the draft, y'all?
Did we watch it last year?
Yeah, that was last year. We was at John's house.
Yeah,
man.
No, y'all was well. Y'all take Cook to the track. You'll find somewhere to go. That's last year when I had a home. That was different.
Yeah, you had a home. I give you that.
I know. No, we'll figure that part out though. But so Brother Lenny, if you had a choice for the Bengals and the Bills, I know you said the Bengals, you would want them to draft Masur Delane and get that outside corner spot.
We need a receiver in Buffalo so bad. We need a go-to receiver so bad.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable, man. We need a 1A. We need a and again, I think we got to go out and get. I was surprised we didn't go after Waddell from because we could have got him at the trade deadline from Miami.
Yeah.
We just need somebody who's going to stretch the field so that Josh can run a little bit and feel a little bit more comfortable. Because they shrink the field, man. Because we don't have a primary, man. We got to get a primary receiver.
Brother Juan said he down on draft night.
All right, that's cool. Y'all the 26th pick.
Yeah, 26. Yeah.
Y'all predicting to get that defensive end.
Defensive end. Yeah.
See, I got them green problems now, where I got them late picks because you go into the playoffs every year.
Yeah, that's why you got to make it happen in free agency, or you got to trade during the draft. But we got to get a receiver, man.
I'm surprised y'all ain't go get
Or you win when you supposed to win.
I'm surprised y'all ain't went to get the problem child either. The problem child ain't signed.
Oh.
Your boy that was in Dallas. Or wait, did they franchise tag him?
Yeah, I think they franchise tagged him.
Oh, Pickens? You talking about Pickens?
Yeah,
franchise tagged him.
Yeah, Jerry wasn't gonna let him hit the open market, at least not this year. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a trade on draft day because there's still a lot of people.
I think it's going to be a lot of trades. It hasn't been that much activity, so I think it'll be a lot of trades.
It slowed down after.
Which it ain't nobody have any coaches anyway though. The coaches carousel was crazy in the NFL.
Yeah, man. All them coaches was getting shipped left and right.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin stepping down was huge.
It was.
And Harbaugh, because we talking about two guys that were well over a decade, in one spot, which is not, typical, especially these days. But these are franchise pillars, guys that won Super Bowls, open up jobs. Now, Harbaugh wanted to coach really bad because he latched on with the Giants, pretty quickly. I think Coach T is wanting to chill for a little bit. I think he has a TV contract this year.
Yeah, I think he'll chill too. I think at one point when we were looking, I think there was 11 coaches slots available in the NFL.
Yeah, it was 11 of them. Yep. You said that right on the money. That's good.
There was one that should have been open. Now I won't,
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about
it. Yeah. Keep the peace, man.
Too deep into that, but there was one that should have, and I heard it's just a report when I was reading up on it, and they don't do this often, but behind closed doors, there's some serious expectations downtown that need to take place this year, and it's not surprising with the money that they spent, especially offensively. But we got to get that other side of the ball together because, there's nothing like averaging 30, 40 points a game. Even when Flacco stepped in, the offense didn't necessarily take a step back. But, if you scored 35 and they scored 38.
Y'all tell them boys out the nightclub, man.
And still went out.
Man.
I think they might be ordering their bottle service from the locker room.
I don't think it's that. Defense. And this is just defense. I'm talking about what he say on life. They ain't got no talent. Everybody got no talent. Defense is just bad. It wasn't no clue.
The one thing, man, them guys got to get through their heads though, especially in Cincinnati, because it's so blue collar, man. If you win, the city will love and embrace you. But like
you ain't got to pay for nothing. You ain't got
to do anything. Just show up, man. I don't think the defense, some of the defensive guys on that team understand that, man. It's like, bro, just go out and ball out, man. Let your talent, let the main thing be the main thing. Yeah. Let the main thing be the main thing, man. Go out, play your sport, do your best.
Take care of business.
Take care of business.
You can enjoy the fruits of your labor.
1,000%.
Well, everybody got mad at Chase Brown when he said play complimentary football. He was speaking of that Bears game. When they score with like a minute something left, thinking, we got this. It's a total team effort, and everybody has to be locked in. And we had some guys like Logan Wilson that had one foot out the door at the beginning of the season. Actually, wound up getting traded.
Did they re-sign him?
No,
he
retired.
Actually, yeah, he's done. He retired.
Yeah, because Dallas
had no choice.
Yeah, Dallas was like, thanks, but no thanks.
You can't go down there playing around.
They probably want that 6th round pick back, but not getting it.
Get it.
Nope. If they ain't gonna get it, I hope he don't get it.
Don't give back.
No, but I'm excited because the draft is only 8 days, away. I really do think that some teams are gonna trade up. The Bengals are not known for trading up. Really don't trade back either much. We kind of stand pat.
We stay where we at.
Yeah. And see where the chips fall. But there's going to be a lot of movement with that. Now, I am going to bring up one thing before we get out of here because it seems like Saturday, I forgot, and I will be there. Spring game for our state university as well. So I'm going to go up there and check that out. I had a couple followers ask me about Tavian St. Clair because they haven't heard much about him, the ballyhoo 5-star prospect quarterback that went up to Ohio State. And of course, Julian Sayin, transferred in and is entrenched to be the starter again. All I'm going to say is this for everybody who wants to know about Tavian St. Clair and his maturation and improvement. We'll get to see Saturday as well in the spring game. Some people say, well, what do you really get out of that? What I get out of that is
that spring game is serious. I don't know how to say that's serious.
I'm about to say it's intense.
You should look sharp, even if it is somewhat scripted. And for me, it's a lot harder to do so though if guys kind of know what's coming already, because you've been practicing against them all spring. If you can still show out, still hit your marks against guys that might have an inclination of what's coming, that lets me know. But another indication is, so when they had their pro day up there, last week or week and a half ago, Tavian St. Clair was out there throwing with Julian Sayin to Carnell Tate and the rest of the guys. Now, they're not going to let you out there on their pro day.
Yeah, not on pro day.
If they're not comfortable that you're gonna put the ball where it needs to go and make them look good. So everything's still in place. Recruiting is still recruiting, but from what I'm hearing out of Columbus, he's still in line to be next man up when Julian saying probably will
Coach Locke over there is my guy.
Yeah.
Running back coach. That's my man.
Okay, yeah.
That's my guy over there. So that's the only thing I could give. I mean, Doug Worthington played in the NFL. Doug went to my high school. I'm good friends with I like Troy. I like Ted Ginn Jr. Like a lot of the the older guys. Them guys are my guys, man. So I stay in tune. I'm up here, so I stay in tune with those guys, man. But I don't pay much. I'm a UC guy, so I gotta stay on our side of the fence, man.
I know.
And they done ducked a lot of wreck over there now. They done ducked a lot of wreck over there, especially with the basketball, man. We just try to play them for years when we was at UC.
They don't even come down the road.
Yeah, they don't even want, man. Listen, man.
See, but when y'all were there was a reason to play that game. And I don't understand why it didn't take place.
There wasn't no reason, man, other than BTA.
That's why they didn't want to come down here to play basketball.
Yeah, they ain't had no chance.
We know who the preeminent program was.
This new generation, they trying to come down here more. They're trying. They doing it, and it's partly because of the Kingdom League too. So
because they got a Kingdom League up here.
That's what I'm saying. Now they just do the Kingdom up there now. They don't do it in Cincinnati no more. But we got the Smith down here.
Well, Coach Calhoun talked about that. He said we got to get back to UC being the preeminent basketball program in the state of Ohio. That you need to make a shirt for and put the C-Paw in the middle of the state.
Back in the middle of the chest,
yeah. To put a little basketball next to it. So what I was saying, Brother Lenny, when you cut out was that's the first thing Coach Calhoun said is getting back to UC being the preeminent basketball program in the state of Ohio.
100%.
That's how I grew up. And the way I explain it to people, guy that you mentioned before, every single one of y'all that I talked to that played on that 99-2000 number one squad, when I say who is the most underrated player on that squad, every single one of y'all say Jermaine Tate.
Yeah, Tate was a guy.
And what I tell people is he transferred from Ohio State to UC, and that was considered an upgrade at the time. That's how like UC was back then. So I would love to see it, man. Football wise, I'm sorry. Look, I'm gonna ride with my state, and I'm just gonna say I think
we played him this year.
I don't see the reason for that game being played if you go back and look at all the game. I'm not gonna do that to my alma mater because we talked about it before, but just look at the scores, and all everybody's gonna do is go back to 2002 when Maurice Claret set out and say, "Well, we almost had that game." As my father would say, close only counts of horseshoes and hand grenades.
1,000%. 1,000%.
So we pretty much touched on everything that I wanted to this game. Again, want to thank Brother Lenny for coming on and sharing his insights and reflecting on what hopefully is going to be a new chapter. UC Hoops getting back to what we're all familiar with and what you personally experienced. And again, brother, we are definitely gonna link before.
Man. Yeah, whatever y'all need, y'all know you got that from me, man. So just keep me posted, man. I'm around. Just let me know what y'all need. Appreciate y'all, man. Pleasure, man, as always, man. Good chopping it, man, with everybody. I'm gonna see you though, man. Look, when these playoffs start with this when it get to the nitty gritty, I want to see if you're gonna wear that green like you've been wearing that green.
Hey Lenny, it ain't gonna never stop. You know me, man. You already know it ain't gonna ever stop. This ain't just a
hey man, I seen a man that nostalgia, man. The man had a whole green jacket
for you.
I look right at him. I said, bro, you gotta cut it out, bro. You gotta cut it out.
Birthday picture. I had to bless you. That was your birthday.
What's your saying, Nate? Go ahead and say it for Brother Lenny.
Oh yeah, green is for the money, gold is for the honeys. You know what it is. You know what it is.
I remember when it was taboo for a black man to root for the Celtics. I remember
that. Yeah, he didn't crack the code, man. He didn't crack the code.
I don't think y'all know the history. I was a big Reggie Lewis fan when I was younger. Okay. So Reggie Lewis, like he was, in my opinion, he was LeBron before LeBron. Yeah. So his game just was like a game I had never seen. So that's really why
Lakers, man. How you look if they ain't rooting for the Celtics, and that's the best thing to come out of Boston. It's the new addition. How you
shout out to New Edition, even though they ain't get into the rock and roll Hall of Fame, man. They deserve it, man. They just need to quit playing.
That's
about
crazy.
it.
Yeah, that's crazy. They ain't get in.
Wu-Tang got in.
Sade got in too, though.
Sade got in. Yeah, that's crazy. The
Wu, baby.
Yeah, so
them boys can't get along, though, man. They gotta get back in line with the peace with each other, man.
Who? New Edition?
Yeah.
They was just on tour. They did a whole tour.
Yeah, they've been
rocking with each other. They've been rocking with each other.
This is the longest they've kept the peace, though.
Yeah, for sure. But you got to think they're older too. So that whole older beef.
I seen your man come out on the tour, man. He came out, man, no shirt on with a sequence outfit on, man.
Who?
What's the man? Man with sensitivity. No, man with sensitivity. What's his name?
Yeah.
Ralph, man.
Ralph still dyeing his hair, man.
Man, listen, man. Ralph still think, man, he think he's sexy next still, man. He got relaxed, man. Bobby said, listen, if y'all want to see me dance, go Google it.
Hey, Bobby out there on a stool.
Man, Bobby tired.
Bobby said, if y'all want to see me dance, go Google it.
Bobby with that stool and that bottle of water.
Man, what stool in the bottle of water?
His breath. He said, I ain't wasting no energy.
Yeah, I ain't wasting no energy.
They got Bobby out there like Jazz from Drew Hill. He got that stool.
Yeah, for sure. he only in certain parts of the show.
For sure. Yeah, they gotta get him an oxygen mask in the back. But I'm out of here, fellas, man. Love, man.
All right, brother.
All right, fellas.
Bobby say every little step you take.
Man, he meant that for real.
Hey, get this. I think we tagged everybody too. So
yeah, we did.
Shout out to everybody for stopping through. Even if you just stopped through for a few minutes, it all counts towards the views and the shares. Remember to check out the audio on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. So we're everywhere we need to be. Video remains up on YouTube, Facebook, 30 days because they delete all the lives, but we are here on Facebook as well if you want to check out the show or reshare it. So please do that. Your host, I am Farrell, checking out with the Brown, Bruce Wayne, Big John.
Yes, sir.
Will West, the best Nate.
You know it.
We'll try and do it better the next time.
For sure.